This Mr. Gonzales for 5 minutes.
Mr. Secretary, thank you for joining us this morning. According to the Wall Street Journal, oil and gas companies have lost over $280 billion in market value in April of this year alone, more than any other sector. This decline is attributed to a combination of factors, but mostly attributed to the tariffs. At a recent Dallas Federal Reserve meeting, a veteran CEO, energy CEO, said, quote, "I have never felt more uncertainty about our business in my entire 40 years in the industry, and this turmoil is no accident. It's a direct result of Mr. Trump's vandalism." Just yesterday, Diamondback Energy, one of the largest Permian producers, told shareholders that tariffs are adding significant costs of drilling activity. That's mostly due to the tariffs to our neighbors to the north and the south. Mr. Secretary, the chaos in the energy sector has eclipsed any gains from President Trump's industry-friendly regulatory rollbacks that they were so much looking forward to. Stable energy prices depend on stable policy. The Trump administration pledged to support American energy sector. However, this decline demonstrates the opposite. Given these outcomes, how do you reconcile the administration's stated support for energy sector with policies that appear to have directly undermined its stability and global competitiveness?
Sir, I would take issue with the idea that it was tariffs. We have seen one of the largest decreases in the underlying price of crude in history.
That's right.
So,
100%. There's not a single energy CEO in America right now that would agree with you. They are all attributing their downfall right now and the troubles that they're having to the tariffs, and they need some relief. What's the administration going to do?
Congressman, you and I must speak to different energy executives because I speak to them quite often.
I spoke to API today.
I will note that OPEC has done a substantial supply increase, and the history of substantial OPEC supply increase.
And the tariffs are just making it worse. China is no longer buying our LNG, neither is a lot of other countries around the world.
So, I think we've seen Harold Hamm, the head of Continental Resources, has said that he is reshoring his supply chain, and he believes that over time he did not save any money by outsourcing the equipment.
Secretary,
overseas.
Our energy industry is hurting, and they need your help. And I know you're a smart man, and you're one of the most stable people in this administration. You need to talk to the president about this. This is hurting the industry, and it's hurting the American people, and more needs to be done. I have another question that I want to talk to you about that's hopefully a little easier, and it has to do with our shrimping and fishing industry. As you may know, our domestic shrimping and fishing continue to experience economic hardships caused by an increase of foreign imports, high fuel prices, labor shortage, immigration regulation, all to make matters worse. Plus, we have flooded the domestic seafood markets with foreign farm-raised shrimps, many which are subsidized by American federal dollars in the international financial institutions. We need to put an end to this. What are we doing in terms of tariffs to helping this industry that is hurting? If we want to talk tariffs, there are some that work, and I think this is certainly an industry that needs a lot of help. It's been ignored. It's on the verge of collapse. If we continue down this path, we will rely on imported seafood and certainly imported shrimp, which is hurting the worst within the seafood industry. And I don't know how familiar you are with this industry, but I'm curious to hear your opinions and what can be done to improve this.
Well, sir, as I mentioned earlier, this coastal elite grew up in a fishing village that when I was young was 500 people, so I'm very attuned to that. And again, on one hand, you're saying you don't like tariffs, on the other,
I don't like tariffs on our energy sector. Yeah, we do need tariffs in certain industries. This is one of them that I think would make sense.
I agree, and I'd be happy to work with you on this. We've worked with the Alaska delegation extensively on what's happening with Russian illegal fishing and illegal or sales to China that's then transshipped back to the U.S. So we'd be happy to work with you on this.
I'd love that. Okay, I'll be in touch with you. Thank you so much, and I yield back.
Thank you.
Gentleman yields back.